Musician, entrepreneur, founder of upper class. International. What is really good, Bravery family? You already know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Act Up with me, your host, Alana J, aka actor, comedian, teacher, act, baby, the act, all right? Get your act together, because I am the act. No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not, but I am. All right. You're obviously, I'm always excited because I bring nothing but quality to this show. And I have a phenomenal guest in the building. We go way back like a tight white beater and a wave cap, y'all. He is a musician. He is an entrepreneur and the founder of Upper Class Entertainment.
Big facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's none of those here. It is TwonDon in the building.
Yes, sir. The kid TwonDon, the $1 million baby. Alana, thank you so much. We do go way back.
We do. We're going to get into it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
We're going to tell you all about it.
Big facts.
All right, but first and foremost, we are here at Bravery Studios. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening. Follow us, give us a review, give us a comment. Mwah, love you, mean it. All right, so I already told Twan what's happening first. We're going into our first segment, Random. So Marv is in the booth, is in the back. Ooh, we got a hamburger. We got a hamburger timer. We got a hamburger timer. I love this. This is new. This is new and creative. So, Twan, I'm going to give you random ass words. And I like doing this because it's like a warm up, you know? We just get the creativity flowing. We don't know what's going to happen, you know? So, whatever comes to mind.
Say that.
Say it. Yeah. Ready? Are you ready?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. And go. Filter.
No.
Pure.
I ain't got one for that. I don't know what pure means.
Pure.
Oh, pure.
Yeah.
My soul.
Your soul. Oh my God, I love that. See, my mind went to cocaine. Okay.
Yes.
Positive.
Vibes.
Ooh. Pocket.
Fat pockets.
Yeah. Tape.
Damn.
Average.
Far from it.
Talk about it. Tribe.
Upper class.
Yeah. Category.
TwonDon.
Yeah.
I like this.
Address.
Never give it out.
Never. Sex.
Love it.
Calf.
I'm working on them.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that. Articulate.
TwonDon.
Nailed it.
I love that.
Nailed it.
I love that. I think I did good on that.
You did great.
Yeah, I think
I'm
I did
so
a phenomenal
proud of you.
job. You caught me with one.
I pronounced it weird. Oh,
no,
tape.
the tape one. Yeah, I just didn't even know what to say about tape.
See, I thought you were gonna say mixtape. That's what I thought you were gonna
too rapper. My brain not on rapper mode all the time.
Okay, respect. I feel that. I understand that. Sometimes we gotta turn it off, you know? Okay, so next we got 1 minute rapid fire interview.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, let's get it.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Let's try to go 2 for 2.
Doesn't matter. We ain't got time to be ready. We ready. All right. 1 minute on the clock. Let's go. Where are you originally from?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Where were you raised?
Englewood, New Jersey, Parkview, right on my hands.
Who did your mom used to work for?
Sugar Hill Gang.
Gang.
Yeah.
What is your favorite destination, like for vacation?
Oh, for vacation, I'd probably say Mexico.
Okay.
Yeah.
We cute. Who is your favorite superhero?
Silver Surfer.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
From I think he was Marvel.
Marvel.
He was a Marvel character.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta hurry up. What is your favorite thing to do?
Let me change my answer about that superhero one.
Go ahead, change it.
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you guys, but that's the best answer. That is the only answer.
Yeah.
What is the best place you ever worked at?
For me, upper class.
Upper class, baby. And who's your favorite rapper?
TwonDon myself.
TwonDon. I love this. I love that so much.
My answer is mad self-cynical. But
Um,
fuck it. I
I
could
mean,
curse on here?
yeah,
Oh, fuck it.
it's the internet. You know what I mean? All right.
Facts.
I love that though. The whole point of coming on is to talk about you. So I like that's the whole point of it, to make the answers bring everything back to you. So excellent job. You get 5
Thank you.
stars, 5 stars. Highly recommend to a friend. And now I can put the phone down and be a person.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's have some
TwonDon.
fun.
Okay. That makes me think of this emoji. This one, this emoji with the hands,
That's a newer one, right? I think it's one of the newer ones, yeah.
I think it's a newer one. I don't know. I mean, what is new? Like, I feel like new in this generation is like 2 minutes ago. But probably within the last couple of years, few years. What is time? What is time? COVID messed it up.
Everything is a blur right now.
It's not real. We made it up. Anyway, conspiracy theories are not the topic.
We could get into that though if you want.
Oh God, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin in the conspiracies. Well, this is kind of a conspiracy though, TwonDon, because we can't really remember how the hell we connected. We don't know how we connected. Really quickly, I know TwonDon and I did an interview a long time ago. Oh, I think over a decade ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my blogging bag. I was in my blogging era, you know, doing interviews and with up and coming artists, writing for The Source, Strawberry Blunt. So we met at some point
Somewhere through the internet.
During that chapter of my life. And unfortunately, that interview never saw the light of day. So this has been 10 years in the making.
Facts. Big facts. And what's crazy about that, I know we was talking off air, is that the interview is one thing, but I'm really trying to think about the origin of just meeting you as a whole.
Well, I think that was the day we met. I think the day we met was the day I showed up in Inglewood at the basement, somebody's basement.
Yes. Tato, that's my guy right there.
Shout out to Tato. Is he Dominican?
Nah, Colombian. And what's funny
Colombian, my bad.
I ran into him recently too, because me and him haven't had contact in like almost a decade as well.
What?
But I ran into him in Inglewood. I was coming outside of this little spot, and then I felt like a little kid again when I saw him, because he was the one that really gave me, like, I won't say my start, but he opened his doors for me, and like just I skip school, go to his crib and record, and just like he let me put hours and hours in. He helped me like
he's a producer,
craft.
Right?
Yeah, writer, producer. He did music as well. He put out records too.
Amazing.
But that was my guy. That is my guy. That is my guy.
Shout out to Tato.
When I saw him and he, and like he opened his doors for us to do our interview.
Yeah, he didn't know me.
Man,
he didn't know me. I was just a shorty with a blazer on, you know.
Solid dude.
Shorty in business casual.
And you don't look like you aged. So that's another conspiracy. I don't know what type of well you found, or some fountain of youth that you
Thank you for rubbing it in, TwonDon. The serum. No, the elusive serum. I actually have a birthday next month, so and I'm kind of stressed out about it. It's the first one I'm actually really stressed out about. So I appreciate you for saying that. Anyway, whatever. Age is nothing but a number, right? I don't know. Time is an invention. What? We ageless. We ageless out here in these streets. So, music. Was that your first? Was that your first creative pursuit? And how did you begin it?
Yeah, my first creative pursuit was like music, but it all came from just like being around my mom, like how I brought up earlier, like her being like my superhero and her working with like Sugar Hill Gang. Mm-hmm. Just being in that realm all the time, and then I think it's slowly.
What exactly did she?
She was kind of, they had the studio in Inglewood, and she would like kind of like direct that whole studio, like kind of like manage the whole studio.
The director of
people
operations.
was coming in and out. Yeah,
got it.
So being around that, seeing the artists coming in and out, she threw her own shows. My mom also was like a show promoter, so she did stuff when Fab was coming up early, Lil Jon was coming up, Cash Money. I got photos with like BG, all these guys. Yeah, when I was like, you know what I mean, super like young.
So concerts, like she was putting concerts together,
putting shows together. Yeah, a lot of them was like in Ohio, like just she was trying to create a market, like where artists wouldn't really stop to do their runs or their tour runs. She was trying to like bring, them to that market and kind of give those people who wouldn't be able to see their favorite artist a chance to see their artist.
Right.
And I would go to those too with her, just like hanging out with her, like just like attached to her hip. So I think like subconsciously all this stuff rubbed off on me. Mm-hmm. And then me being like a quiet kid, music was a way to like give me my voice. So like I wasn't that talkative when I was like young. Mm-hmm. But when everybody heard of me or like found out of me like doing music, it was kind of like, yo, you don't even like speak, like, so you're gonna like create 4-minute records where you just get like getting your shit off. So I think it was a form of expression too. You know, it gave me a chance to get all these like thoughts and like feelings out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, was there anything? Well, at what age would you say that you started?
Probably like 13 or 14, just trying to like figure out like how I want to like sound and like the direction I want to take things and everything like that. But I say when things really started to pick up and like I found like my voice, I found my image, I found my sound and everything, it was probably like 2015, 2016, to be honest. Everything before that was just very experimental and me trying to like understand like what I'm about to get myself into.
Right.
So I'm trying a bunch of different sounds. I'm trying to see what works. I'm trying to do like stuff for the radio, but I'm also trying to do stuff where I feel like the average person could relate to. So it was just me just trying to find a balance of how I want to like be perceived.
Okay. So at first it was more, you were creating more for a specific audience versus like for yourself?
Yeah, I was trying to do like just everything you want to sound like, I want to have it on the radio. Like that's
commercial.
More commercial. And I don't know, like it's cool. I had some records
radio was lit back then.
100%.
You know, that's where you want. That's where you want it to be. You know,
and when you younger like
stream.
that, like what is a stream then?
What are those? Water? What? That wasn't even.
That's a fact though. So I think part of it was probably adapting too, right? So when I'm making these songs and I'm a young kid doing it, it's just like what kid at that age don't want to be on the radio? Like that's kind of the end goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we did have some records going on the radio, and we'll talk about that too, but it just wasn't sustainable because it was like, if I do that, I got to keep up with every trend, every sound of like what's in at the moment. I got to keep doing that. And
rather than actually pursue it for
myself, and then whoever gravitates towards me, they gravitate towards me. And if you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. And that's where I'm at now. Like you like it. If you don't, you don't. But we got a core of like motherfuckers who like love what we do and like passionate, just as passionate I feel like my listeners are, and they advocate for me.
So your people have been finding you.
Yeah.
In this
100%.
New.
And it's been like people who stick around. Like they not here because like a song or two is doing this thing. Like they stick around. Like there's people who they could hit me on the DM and I talk to them like we've been homies because they've been like a listener or like a supporter for like 8-9 years.
That's amazing. How old were you though when you had your first song on the radio? And what song was it? And who played it? That was like 12 questions in one.
My first song, I was probably, I think I was like in the 10th or 11th grade. So I'm not sure what age that is. Probably like 16 or 17.
What? I would have been, yo, you couldn't say shit to me.
You couldn't.
If I was 16, what songs on the radio?
Yeah. Still in school.
I am all the way brand new. I am in the package.
Still in school. And the first person who played it was Nick Cannon. It was 92.3.
What?
Yeah. Some fly.
There's a fly in here?
Trying to take me out. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But it was on 92.3 Nick Cannon. It was a song that he played it.
I forgot Nick Cannon did 92.3.
Facts. It was him and some other woman. I can't remember her name. It was like Nikki or something like that.
That was like
Maybe
a brief...
I'm making that up.
You might be. Nikki and Nick. That sounds... So, Nick Cannon, 92.3, played...
They played
your first song. What was it?
My first song. It was a song called Green and White. And it was actually a cover to Wiz's Black and Yellow. So...
I was going to ask that.
Yeah. I don't even know if they were supposed to be playing that song, to be honest.
Oh, because it was...
It wasn't my beat or nothing like that.
It was a cover. Yeah. Nick, we coming.
But shout out to Nick, though.
So we had Green and White.
Green and White, yeah.
Why Green and White? Was it for the Jets?
It was.
I'm learning. I am learning.
For the Jets, yeah.
Y'all should be proud of me.
Yeah.
Because I had a guest come in. And I was half kidding, but I looked like a dumbass. He had a Tampa Bay hat, but his nickname is Turbo. So I was like, what's the TB for? Turbo?
Oh, the team?
Like, no, it's for Tampa Bay. I was like, I mean, I know that, but like it could be a double entendre for you.
That's a good guess, though. That's not too far off.
It could be a double. It could have a double meaning. Just because you're from Tampa Bay, don't mean you gotta fuck with Tampa Bay.
Right.
Okay.
I wear mad sports teams that I don't probably never watched before. I just like.
You like the way they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's marketing. That's branding. You know.
Just being into clothes.
Yeah.
Like that's got me like that.
Okay.
So people see me on the street, ask me, you a fan of Yankees, fan of the Mets? Like, nah, I just like it. Just like that.
I love that.
Yeah. But everything is an upper class hat from here on out, though.
Okay, so upper class.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, can I tell you about my other songs that was on the radio?
Tell me about
Because we was on Hot
everything.
97 too.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I had a song. Shout out to Peter Rosenberg. Oh, I was on Satellite Radio too. Shout out to Static Selector, Shade 45.
Oh, shout out to Static Selector. I
Yeah.
interviewed Static
Word?
long time ago.
Yeah.
With Strawberry Blunt.
Shout out to Static and shout out to Peter Rosenberg because Peter Rosenberg had one of my songs in rotation probably for like 2 months.
Wow, that's big.
Yeah. He does it still. You remember? I don't know if you remember or not, but he
The
does
New
like
It Too?
Real Late.
No.
Real Late with Rosenberg.
Real Late. Yeah. Who does
Yeah.
the New It Too?
Knew It Too, I'm not sure because I don't listen to the radio too much now.
I forgot.
But I know Knew It Too though. I know what you're talking about. But shout out to Rosenberg because it's more than one record. Like the one he had in rotation for like weeks on weeks was a song called $1 Million Babies. Probably my biggest song to date. And that's where I get my like nickname from. Yeah.
Okay.
M$B. But it was that song and a few others, but it was just something about this specific record that he just was killing it. Like just killing it. So I think when he did that, it gave me my way to transition from the commercial green and white stuff to like TwonDon as like the artist himself because it was an original record. It was a record that didn't have a radio sound to it at all. It's actually like a real deep record, actually. Ooh. Like not for nothing. And like the tempo was a little more like monotone. It's not like up tempo.
Yeah.
But he was just running this record through the ground.
It wasn't a club banger or nothing like that.
Nothing like that. Yeah. So he was just running it to the ground, and then the streams went crazy, and just like that's why I got like one of my like aliases from, because like that's where a lot of the audience started to know me from. Like, oh, that song $1 Million Babies. That song $1 Million Babies. And then Static played this song called Gift and a Curse. It was only a SoundCloud record. I didn't put it on streaming, silly me. But it was just a SoundCloud record, and that's the song that he was like running through the ground too.
And he was playing that.
Those was like simultaneously
on Sirius XM.
Yeah.
Was it just Sirius or was it XM? Were they combined at the time?
It was Sirius XM, Shade 45.
Shade 45. So, listen, if you're a hip hop artist, that's where you want to be. Those are the two places that you wanted to be, on Real Late with Rosenberg and on Shade 45. And you made both of them. Plus Nick Cannon, man. Can we get some claps? Can we get some claps for that?
Yeah.
That is
trifecta, for real.
Yeah, you did it. I mean,
we didn't touch 105, but I feel like that's still like the three juggernauts in New York City.
I mean, because let's be honest, 105 came after, you know, like
right, yeah.
As far as
and they didn't
radio goes,
I don't think they had a segment
was like hip-hop
to support aspiring artists like that.
Right.
Like so, that segment that Rosenberg had was for like artists coming up.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
I remember
that. Was perfect.
That I would get. Look, when I was hip hop blogging, I would get so much of my research from Real Late with Rosenberg, you know, or the blogs, just not the radio. You know, that was the last place that you would look for up and comers. But definitely that late night. I remember that. I've always loved Rosenberg. I've always loved what he's done.
So supportive, man.
He has. It's something Palooza. Is it Rosenberg Palooza? It's one of, he has a concert.
Yeah, I don't remember the name though.
Where he supports
like aspiring artists, and then it'd be like some big artists that are just blessed too.
Yes.
But he's so just, I don't know. Rosenberg did so much. Like does so much still.
I met Nitty Scott MC.
Yes.
Nitty, and this was like 10 years ago at his show. I met Asher Roth. I loved Asher Roth.
Was he doing them at SOBs? If I'm not mistaken. Or was it a bigger...
It was a bigger venue.
It was a bigger venue than that?
It was a bigger venue.
Terminal 5, maybe?
It's the venue. Well, I don't know if it's still the same name, but it was basically like right in the heart of Times Square. It was a pretty big spot.
Yeah.
And I like finessed some security guard into letting me get to the gate, not to go backstage, but to talk. So like I was able to like just talk to Nitty Scott. I was able to talk to Asher Roth, Action Bronson. That's when he was big. Action Bronson was literally throwing nugs of weed into the crowd at this show. I was like, what is going on here? But it was amazing. That's when Tyler the Creator. What's the big group?
Odd Future.
Odd Future. That's when Odd Future was popping off. He had all of Odd Future on stage,
Joey
acting
Badass.
Crazy.
Pro Era.
Not yet.
Okay.
He wasn't there. Pro Era wasn't there. Joey Badass was definitely not there. But anyway, that was like one of the most magical nights of my life.
Yeah, that whole era of just like artists coming up was like golden.
Yeah.
It was like golden.
And he was a big part of that, you know?
Yeah.
And now Drewski, I feel like,
Yes, another one.
does the same thing. Have you gotten to work with him at all?
I haven't worked with Drewski. I mean, I've like met him before and spoke to him about stuff before, but nothing with what he's been doing recently. I haven't been able to.
Because that's his whole thing now.
Yeah, and Gabe does it too. On the radar, Gabe on the radar, he does that too. It's like he's presenting these platforms for like aspiring artists. But then you'll get like bigger artists that come on there too. But it's just being a part of that funnel, like to just have that opportunity. I feel like it's a good mix. Because if we go back to the Rosenberg thing, it's like you put in these artists that's coming up on the same stage as these artists who's already established, and like you kind of bridging the two.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love Rosenberg. I've always loved Rosenberg. I've got to meet him a few times. I met him, I think, for the first time at do you know Homeboy Sandman?
Mm-mm.
Homeboy Sandman, he's very underground, conscious rapper. You know, I might compare him to like Common or Talib, you know, very conscious rapper. And actually, like, I wound up, he introduced me to his best friend, and his best friend and I, like, we kind of like babysat each other the whole night. It was really weird. And then his best friend tried to get me a job. Anyway, it didn't work out. I went in for an interview at this big ass company that I had no business being at, probably.
Yeah.
But like, even he didn't know me. He didn't know me from a hole in the wall. He's like, hey, yeah, you don't know nobody here? All right, well, neither does this guy. Be friends.
That's
you know,
how it goes.
He's a connector.
Yeah.
He's a
That's
connector.
How it goes.
It's really amazing what he's been able to do. But
Big time. But I feel like it's a domino effect with everything. So like every opportunity that I got from that all led into like me where I'm at currently. Just the people I met, like, for example, I met Rosenberg through Smoke DZA, because I was running around with Smoke DZA like day in, day out. He executive produced. So when I talk about my finding my sound and finding like who I am as an artist, like TwonDon.
Yeah.
It was like that 2015. I dropped the project Stay Golden.
With Smoke DZA, right? He produced it?
So he executive produced it. Yeah. And then we got a song on there too, Too Committed, that's actually produced by like my in-house engineer. So all these things just like kind of started to like come together. And then I met Rosenberg at a festival. Now it's all coming back to me because Rosenberg put together that. And then like Flatbush Zombies was there, Pro Era was there, all that. Yeah, DZA performed.
That was an era, man. I think I interviewed Smoke as well. I definitely seen him perform live numerous times.
Yeah, phenomenal performer.
Yes.
Yeah. And as much as he smoked, his like breath control still is like
that's
good.
Crazy.
Yeah, his stage presence is still crazy.
He must be doing some cardio.
Yeah.
He must be multi-cannabis and cardio. Yeah. He must be onto something. That's a business, Smoke. We should talk after the show. No.
But
right? Thank you, Curtis. Yeah. Thank you, Curtis, for the co-sign.
Met him there, and then he introduced him to Rosenberg, and then that's how everything started trickling. So it's just, I feel like it's about positioning yourself.
Yeah.
And like, being humble enough that like, who you see on the way up, you're going to see them on the way down, and just stay like neutral throughout it all. Because I feel like that's what's benefited me the most, to be honest.
You are bringing me back. And that is, look, at the end of the day, anything artistic, anything, it's collaborative. It's collaborative. I don't care what nobody says. And I really, this generation, this influencer world, this selfie obsessed world that we're living in, like, I'm sorry, we need each other. We need each other, you know? If we don't have one another, we can't accomplish anything. And the fact that, you're in this industry that is obviously clearly competitive, and you've been able to come across people that like genuinely want to uplift you.
Yeah.
Is a really beautiful thing, It's a really beautiful thing.
No, I'm hella grateful for it. Like, from being in like the cinematic studios, DZA would take me up there. I'm super grateful for all of it. Like, super grateful for him. The people he introduced me to, like, even on the producer side, just, I don't know, he just opened his doors for me. So I gotta credit DZA a lot for like just getting me to find like, all right, this is where I kind of want to take my career. Yeah,
let's clap it up for DZA real quick. We gotta clap it up for DZA.
That's my guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna try to reach out. I'm gonna do some research on him, see what he's been doing. But what would you say has been one of the most surreal moments you've experienced in your music career?
Surreal?
Yeah.
Probably going to Canada with this guy, Liam.
Shout out to Liam.
Yeah.
Liam's in the cut.
just seeing.
So is G.
Yeah. Liam and G. So just seeing that, like leaving American soil, going to Canada, and seeing how people responded, like to me out there, it was just that was surreal. That was surreal, and it was on more than one occasion. So it was in Waterloo, it was in Toronto, it was in Montreal. I was able to like do records with Classified. He's from Nova Scotia, big like Canadian artist out there.
Awesome.
When I went out there, I was doing like 2 shows in a night. So I do a show probably like around 8, 9 o'clock, and then we'll go to like a club or like some type of venue, and I do like 1 or 2 songs there. And the response and just like the support was crazy. It's crazy. It's like I really I really look at it like my second home in a sense.
Aww.
Because when I go out there, it just kind of remind me as if I'm doing something at home. Like I don't even feel like I left like home. Like I feel like when I go there, like I belonged. Like nothing felt out of place or anything like that. And then even it translated to the merchandise or the clothing, the apparel, and we'll get to that because it went from music to like when I came back to the States and I drop a collection, you just see orders from Canada coming in. So it all translated. So I'm like, now y'all kind of being a walking billboard for me too.
So not only are they showing you love
on the music side,
but you are commodifying your Canadian connections.
100%. There's a decent amount of people in Canada right now with some upper class shit.
Shout out to Canada.
Shout out to Canada. Waterloo for sure.
Waterloo, what it do?
Waterloo, Ontario for sure. For sure. Okay, that's where I got my feet wet.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Alana J, and I'm here to tell you about all the magic that is happening at Bravery Studios, New Jersey's #1 podcast recording studio. At Bravery Studios, you handle all the talking and they do the rest. That's it. Seriously, all you have to do is show up and shine. Yes, honey, work. With 3 different filming locations, there's a perfect space for every type of podcast. From cozy chats to high-energy shows, Bravery has got you covered. But wait, there's more. Bravery Studios hosts monthly events and podcast gatherings, perfect for networking and connecting with fellow creators. So what are you waiting for? Head over to Bravery Studios and let's make some podcast magic together. Do it. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want to. How was Toronto?
Toronto was good too. It was more so like a lot of like studio sessions in Toronto. I only did like 1 show out there. But Waterloo is where I performed like the most, and then Montreal. Montreal was dope too, mad dope. Classified let me open up for them, like sold out 500 to 600 people.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful. You know, like obviously I have been overseas as a performer, not as a musician. Although we did have to sing in this play that I was in, but that's neither here nor there. And
I need to talk about the many hats that you wear.
We can talk about. We'll definitely touch. We'll touch on it a little bit because I want to make sure we get in everything that we need to about you. But like, I got like, there is something about non-Americans. I'm sorry, there is just something about non-Americans that's just they. I feel like in the States, if people don't already know you. It's like, okay, prove yourself.
You got to.
Prove yourself. Yeah. But like, for me, I will say it over and over again. I had some of my best stand-up comedy shows in London, hands down. A million percent. The energy, and low-key, I was like, I don't know if y'all are laughing at me or with me, but I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna take the laughs, okay?
Yeah.
Take them deposits into the self-esteem account. And like, what do you think? What do you think the difference is? Like, why is it that when you leave home, even when I moved to Louisiana, from here, I felt a lot more love in some capacity.
I don't know the exact answer, but what I think it could be is that like these people appreciate you leaving like and being miles and miles away from home and coming and do this for them. Because when I would get off stage, I walk around in the crowd. Like, I'm not that dude that's like gonna get off stage and then like go backstage and then act like I'm more like, yeah, you know what I mean? I'm that dude or something. I mean, like, I know I'm that nigga, but I'm not going. I'm not going to do that to them. especially if I'm observing too. So like if
You
I
have to be.
see
You
certain
have to
people
be.
in the crowd bopping and like really in tune with what I'm doing, like I'm gonna go walk around the crowd and be like, yo, salute, thank you, follow me, all that. So a lot of the conversations when I would get off the stage was just like, oh, you from Jersey? Are you from like how's New York and how's this? Like I think it's an interest too. Like they genuinely interested on like us being from the East Coast and us coming from these big markets and going down to like rock with them. Not saying Montreal's not a big market, not saying like Louisiana is not like a big market, but I just think it's the fact of like these people left their hometown to come miles and miles away to rock with us, give us a show. We not looking like we don't want to be up there, like we giving our all into it. And I just think when you come off really genuine in that manner too, it's like I said, if you go and interact with them and go, or however you introduce yourself, I always introduce myself like, yo, it's the kid TwonDon coming from Jersey to fuck with y'all, boom, 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 and all that. So I think that already is like, damn, this dude came all the way from the States and, you know, like,
you stated up, you let them know up front.
Up front that like I came a distance to like rock out with y'all and I'm gonna give it like my all. So I think it's a few factors, and then like it's just the humble aspect. Like I said, I could come off that stage and act on macho, and then I think the response might be different.
Right.
But I come off and I kick it with them. Like I stood in the crowd to watch the dude who put me on the show.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not going to stay backstage while you up there rocking. You gave me this opportunity. So I'll just be like locked in. So that's me. That's just how I operate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
I appreciate you saying
I think it's
that.
a few things.
Yeah.
I think it's a few things, yeah.
And I like from one performer to another, I always appreciate when if I'm on a show with other performers that they watch.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And which is absolutely not the case most of the time with comedy.
Because everybody want to act like, oh, my job is done.
But
I
also,
think
everybody want to act like they're just there for them.
Yeah.
And, you know, to an extent, when you're a solo act, any type of performer, to an extent, it is, you know, you have to worry about your performance. But at the same time, it's like, show love to everyone else that's doing the exact same thing that you're doing, you
100%.
know?
And I think once performing is just half of it. Because you could go up there, let's say you stumble a line or you forget a line or whatever the case may be. But if you walk off that stage and still like walk around there like on a humble tip and just even salute people for like, you know, staying tuned and like watching my shit throughout, you ain't walk away, you ain't, you know, on the phone while I'm performing.
Right.
People would look past you forgetting that line or stumbling on that line, or let's say the DJ might fuck something up. Like, they'll look past that because you came to them on a humble tip. And it's like, oh, nigga, you human. Like, don't even trip on that. Like, outside of that, your shit was, like, fire.
Right.
You know? So, and I like watching other people, too, because I want to see what everybody working with. Pause. I'm like, all right, to me, we all cool, but it's still competition. So, I'm like, I'm still going to watch you to be like, all right, what you doing that's a little different than me? Like, what you did that got the crowd a little more invested? Or what you do that you shouldn't have done, and I'm just like, all right, let me take note of that to not do no shit like that. So I'll kind of
It's a learning experience.
Yeah, I watch.
It's research.
Yeah.
It's research. And I will just say, just because this is on my heart, and being someone that's performed on stage as an actor, as a comic, and plays, singing, all of it, you know, your attention is your respect.
Facts.
Your attention at a live event is your respect, and point blank period. If you're on your phone, if you're engaged in conversation, you are not paying attention. Therefore, you are not giving respect. And if you're not going to give respect, please stay at home and watch us on YouTube. Yeah. Because just that you're literally missing out, and you are not really maximizing the return on your investment in this live performance experience.
Exactly.
That has
you
been
probably paid to get in more than likely too. So I don't understand it. Like, people paid to get in, yeah, and so I don't get the.
So that's my PSA of the day. Your attention is your respect. Okay. All right. I had to put my teacher hat on real quick because I had to tell my students that, because I had to teach acting in Louisiana. I had to tell my students like, I will take your phones away. And I don't care if that's against the rules. I don't get paid enough to care. I don't get paid enough to care. I will take your phones away. Your attention is your respect. Okay. Anyway, end rant. So, do you have any rituals before you perform?
Yeah. I definitely pray for sure. Like, when I performed in Waterloo, it was like the biggest. It was a festival, so that was like the biggest.
What was the name of the festival?
I don't remember the name, but I know Sean Paul was headlining.
Okay, Sean Paul.
Yeah.
Sean, just give me the lights.
So that was like the biggest fucking crowd I ever performed in. Like, it went from the front, like, because it's all just like grass. So it was no like, it was seating area, but it was
Yeah.
like VIP seating area. For the most part, everybody was standing. And it went like as far as the eye could see. It was just people, like just mad people.
Seas of people.
So like, I'm overly confident in my shit because I rehearsed and I know like my shit. But this time I was with my entourage and I just walked away. And I went somewhere, I turned, and I was like, God, please make sure this shit go well. Because this is mad people watching me do this shit. But I pray and I just remind myself of like, this is what you do. And this is fun at the end of the day. Like, you part of probably 5% of people who's able to like kind of do this shit and live out, what they really want to do. And I don't rehearse on the day of a show.
Okay.
I won't even listen to my set that much or nothing like that because I just feel like you're gonna overwork the brain. And sometimes when you go rehearse too much, you're gonna end up fucking up.
Oh, you damn right.
So I rehearse my ass off probably like a week or two before, but that day of, it's just don't listen to your set. I'm not rehearsing my set. I don't really want to talk about the show that much. It's just like, we here now. Like,
let me just be
it's game
present.
time now. Yeah, let me just be present. Do my little 1-2 running around because I'm real last minute sometimes with shit. But that'd be my ritual, just prayer and not rehearsing on the day of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect that. That's actually like a conversation I had to recently have with myself because I can be, especially like I started acting before I had a show last night, and stand-up show. And I started acting before I started doing stand-up. And as an actor, like, at the end of the day, like if you don't say every single word perfectly, it's not the end of the world. But, like the writer wrote this. The writer wrote these words. They want you to say these words this way. Well, in your way, right? Breathe life into them your way. But as far as stand-up goes, like sometimes I can because I'm definitely more confident in my acting abilities than in my stand-up abilities. I'm trying to like make them meet. That's my goal right now, is to feel as confident as a comic as I do as an actor. And because of like the memorization part, right? Like sometimes before a show, I'm like, oh, I gotta run my set. And sometimes those wind up being my worst shows. Like yesterday, I was very conscious. I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I know what I'm doing. I've done this literally at least 1,000 times by now. At least 1,000 times. These are the 4 jokes I'm gonna hit, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah. And then in between to that, if you gotta call an audible, then you do that.
Right.
Because there's been times I've done that too. Like, I'm not perfect. Like, I know my shit, but I kind of try to perform based on that crowd too. So when I'm rehearsing like just as a bullet point. Like, this is how I'm gonna say it. This is what I'm gonna say at this point. This is when I want the song to drop, all that. But if the crowd is fucking with some shit, then I let the song keep running and let's do verse 2.
Yeah.
Like, if we gotta call audibles in between, then we call audibles. Or if the crowd ain't fucking with a certain vibe, let's skip that shit and do something up tempo. Like, I will call audibles in between. It's just like anything. Like, you play a sport. Like, how you practice ain't going how you play all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
Big
Facts. Big facts.
Yeah.
You said call an audible. What does that mean?
Like, just you was rocking like, I know.
I was like, the context. I had context clues. You guys remember those context clues?
Like, audible is pretty much, I don't know the Webster dictionary definition of it.
I want the TwonDon dictionary version.
It's like a sport. Like when you play football, right? If the defense feel like they got you figured out, and as a quarterback, you reading that, oh shit, they know what I'm about to do. An audible is just switching up the play on them, and you communicate with your team like, all right, this is what we're gonna do now, because they already know that we about to do A, B, and C.
I love
so it's
that.
like a plan B, I guess. Like, yeah,
I'm
having
about
a
to
plan
call
B.
an audible. Okay.
Exactly.
That's what I've been doing all this show. I call audibles all day on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we gotta get more into that. Let's open that. Let's open that Pandora's box. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for educating me. I really appreciate it.
Always.
Let's switch it up. Can we talk about the clothing?
Yeah, I would love to. Upper Class International, this one of the hats right here. So during COVID, I shifted the focus a little bit, right? So everybody was home. Everybody was getting they bread and they stimuluses and all this unemployment, all this shit. So I felt like during 2020 was a good way to kind of invest more into Upper Class International on the clothing side, because from 2015 when that project dropped up until like 2019-ish, it's been all music. I would do little stuff in and out, like clothing wise. Like when I did A3C in Atlanta, and Liam, he the one who got me back into like, yo, you should take some shirts down there, whatever the case may be, because
is that a festival? A through C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those that don't know,
festival.
like me.
So I went down there, did that, and I took some shirts with me, and then whatever didn't sell, I brought back up here, and they sold. So I was doing clothes before that too, though. But it
Right.
was kind of just like when I felt like it.
Yeah.
Like I get to it when I get to it. It wasn't like priority.
It was like it was more just merch for
yeah,
you,
just merchandise shit.
as supplemental to your artistry,
actual-
as
yeah.
instead of an actual legit business. So
Right.
you started leaning more into it.
On a legit side,
Mm-hmm.
and on a more like cleaned up and like the way I presented it, like everything. So once I did that and I saw how those tees moved, I'm like, yeah, I think the audience is getting there, or they might be here that I could do this like on a consistent basis, and nobody would look at it like, God damn, nigga, like, boom, you're doing too much. So when COVID hit, I'm like, all right, this is the time, like, because I could sit with the designs more. Like Liam would probably be at home, so we could like cook up more drops and more collections. That's my graphic designer. He does everything.
Liam is a graphic designer,
Yeah,
just in
Liam
case
is a
people are like,
graphic
Liam, what the
designer.
fuck is Liam? What the fuck
Yeah,
he's doing?
Eisenberg
Liam
illustration.
is a designer, y'all.
Yeah.
Put some respect.
So anything that's in my mind, because I can't draw like myself, but he brings everything that's in my mind to life. He does the cover arts too. So it's both sides.
Okay.
He working double time.
Love that.
Yeah.
You got a one-stop shop.
Yeah, he's working double time. So yeah, but when we get this where we gonna get it, he gonna be taken care of.
Okay.
Like super taken care of.
Where's
For
it going?
sure.
Where's it going?
For
Where's
sure.
it going? Because we know it's going.
Well, yeah, the biggest thing is like I do want to open stores for upper class, and I do I'm gonna operate it like an actual clothing brand. So whether that be stores, whether that be in other people's stores like Stockists, just getting it to where it turned into a 6, 7, 8-figure brand as a whole, and then that's just another form of just like passive income. Because my thing is like what I wanted to do with it is not attach TwonDon to it too much. Like I want the average person that if they just see it somewhere, they not buying it because like, oh, this is TwonDon shit. I want them to genuinely like fuck with it.
You want
like,
it to
really
be
like it.
bigger than you.
Bigger than me. Yeah.
Yes.
Bigger than me. So when COVID hit, I just went crazy. Like just collection after collection, and the numbers were just hitting.
Shout out to Canada with some of them numbers.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely shout out to Canada. And then what I did after that was just like, all right, it's not fully like growing its legs, but at least it's crawling now. It's out of its like infancy. I don't have to like hold it as much. So it's not where the music is. I feel like the music is kind of like, it's got its legs, it's going, it's like young adult, it's like on the move. But with the clothing,
Going
it's
to
like
college.
Yeah. You feel me? Like we getting tuition right, all that shit.
Getting a scholarship.
Student loans, all that, scholarships, upper class shit, no pun intended. But so with the clothing, I'm just like, all right, I gotta nurture it a little bit more if I want people to take it serious. So outside of the tees, we started doing robes, we started doing headwear, we started doing like kids stuff.
Gotta get the kids, man.
Accessories,
Parents,
outerwear, everything.
Parents be buying shit.
Yeah.
Parents are the market.
For sure.
You gotta get in there.
Yeah, the kids stuff did very well. It was only like just t-shirts and like basics, like essentials. But that's the end goal. It's just like to really make it its own thing. And then it could just kind of like, I don't even have to be that present with it. It's just like a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're on your way.
Yeah,
you 100%, on your way.
1,000%.
Really quickly, did we discuss the name Upper Class? I don't think we did.
Oh, like where it originated from?
Yeah.
Anything like that? So Upper Class, it started when I was in middle school. It was Upper Class Kids at first. Yeah, because I was just like a young nigga running around, and just like the
spitting bars.
entry to it at first was like, you got to know how to dress. That's just that was the only entry.
Oh, I wouldn't have been allowed in.
Yeah, we
I wouldn't have been allowed. I wouldn't. I literally had a friend tell me once, Alana, you have no style. I was like, ouch. I was like, you're right. It hurts because it's true. I went to Catholic school, okay? We had one outfit every day, all right?
Oh, so you didn't really have to even worry about
I didn't have to worry, but I also didn't really develop my own style for a very long time.
Yeah.
Like, very long time.
We would have worked with you.
Yeah.
We would have worked with you.
Okay. Let's still work with me.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it was upper class kids first. Yeah. Like, it wasn't nothing music. It wasn't nothing clothes. I mean, the entry was like being fly, like having like, having that shit on. But we was just like outside. Like, it was just a group of us and we just needed a name,
Gotcha.
So that's where it came from. But I never let go of the name. Just never.
So that's you.
Yeah. All the way.
That's you.
All the way.
And that's beautiful.
As I got older, I just kept dropping stuff off. So when I got a little older, I was like, let's drop the kids off. And then music started, so it's upper class entertainment. And then I didn't want to take upper class entertainment to the clothing. So I'm like, all right, let's do international, because it just gives that more of like luxury sound and feel.
Yeah.
And then
More
it could
official.
just, you know, it could just have like a more broad audience
And
too.
it's manifestation too.
100%.
Because you're manifesting.
Who don't want to be
the
upper
brand.
class? Yeah.
Right. Who don't want to be upper class and who don't want to be international?
Yeah. Oh, we should
Up
make
in
a
here.
shirt called "Who Don't Want to Be Upper Class."
Yeah. Let's make it.
Yeah.
Liam.
Yeah. But we've been building like a cult, and I'm not afraid to say that.
Okay.
Like in the most positive way, not like
Saying with your whole chest.
Yeah,
And
not
he's
like-
working on his chest, y'all.
not
That was
yeah,
all pecs.
yeah, traps, everything. Not like drink the Kool-Aid cult, but we've been building a cult, and it's like people who has it tattooed on them.
What?
I got it tatted. Yeah, like it's probably like 5 or 6 of us floating around with upper class tattoos for sure.
Do you know
Yeah.
all
G said he gonna get one next.
do you know all 5 or 6 that have the tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I won't ask for
Yeah.
names, but
One of them is from, I don't know him like how I know my closest friends, but one dude from Houston actually got it on his whole hand.
what?
Yeah, I should have sent you the photo of that. I'll send it to you, then you could put it like somewhere in the corner of this video. But
Shout
he
out
has
to
it
Houston.
with the diamond. It's a U, and he got the diamond and then the C. Yeah.
Okay.
Then my other boy got it on the inside here. My boy that passed away, Kenny, rest in peace, Kenny. He got it. He had it on his arms. I got it across my stomach. My boy, who's actually getting married soon, got it on his arm. This other kid got upper right here and class right there. So,
Twan, you have literally
yeah.
made your mark.
Yeah, you're not playing.
I'm a
That was
dad.
good,
I'm
yeah.
a dad. I'm a dad. I am a dad sometimes.
But nah, we're not fucking around with it. Like, it's for real. Like, it's really for real. And I don't take lightly to anybody that try to like tarnish or like throw shade at anything we doing. Because clothes aside, music aside, it started off as friends and family 1st. And so that's kind of what I lead with. And then these people who's like tattooing something on your body is like sacred, I feel like. So these people who's doing this, it's like I feel like I got a responsibility that I don't care like who you are, just don't come at that. Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
Oof. Can we I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Can we clap? Can we clap? Because that's real, you know? I mean, at the end of the day, life is hard enough.
Yeah.
Life is hard enough. Being an artist is
Yeah.
hard as hell. Having a dream and actually pursuing it
Mm-hmm.
and following through with it, like nobody can take that from you. Nobody
all.
can take that from you. But the people that are projecting their own fears and their own insecurities and their own
Yeah.
BS, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. Just look at any comment section of any celebrity, you know?
Big facts.
So-
And just I know how much we put into the shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I know the sacrifices, the
personal.
time. Yeah, it's very personal to me. And I know where I'm trying to take it. So I can't let nobody taint that. Because like you kinda gonna fuck up. Or you're not gonna fuck it up. But I don't need any shade or any like poison like spilled over into where I'm trying to take it. Cause I know exactly where I'm trying to take it. I know like exactly when I want to drop my last project or album, and I know, you know, exactly what window I want to try to get this upper class shit on the clothing side, like to this next level, whether it be store, like temporary pop-up shops, like just anything. So I can't play with it. I can't let nobody else play with us.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Absolutely
sure.
not. Absolutely not. We have a little bit of time left.
Okay. Yeah.
I already told you how I'm going to end things.
Yeah.
One, was there anything, I know you wanted to ask me something, but was there anything that we haven't touched on
Oh,
that is on your heart right now that you want to?
I do,
Tell
and this
the
could be
people.
brief. I do want to shout out Empire, because I recently did. Well, the thing with Empire is
Distribution,
yeah,
right? You're
they're
working with them on?
distribution. Yeah,
Okay.
they're distributing my records right now, 2024 going forward. I've had a situation with them before, but then like when COVID hit, like I said, I started to focus more on the clothing.
Right.
So now that I'm kind of reactivating everybody on the music side, we revisit everything, and everything is gonna be funneled through Empire Distribution. So I gotta shout out Empire, and I also gotta shout out the content team at Empire, because they make sure everything is precise, out on time. They just flawless. They flawless. And Empire has the biggest of the biggest artists, but they still find that time and they find that room to just focus on the artists that they, you know, is under their umbrella, still
Yeah.
coming up, and we all get that same, I feel like, treatment.
You get the
know?
same treatment as the big
Not
the
in the
big
sense
ones.
of certain opportunities, but just the response and the content like team just really looking out and being responsive. Yeah, like the care behind like dropping a project or dropping a single or just even working on stuff. Like if you present something to them, they say, "Oh, we'll pass it through A, B, and C." Whether it works through or not, the effort is just appreciative.
They're watering you.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. I mean, you still got to show up as an artist.
Oh,
like,
yeah. They can't do everything. They're not doing everything for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I still got to, do what TwonDon does, but at least having, that name behind what I'm doing and just that support behind what I'm doing, I feel like it's kind of like, it's just, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope to me because it's not just somewhere you could just go sign up, make an account. It's like, it's invite. It's like, the way I got the opportunity was a dude who reached out to me just through like social media.
Oh, wow.
So the power of social media. So just seeing that and then, where I'm at right now with everything, it's just like, I gotta count these blessings. So I had to shout Empire out
and
for sure.
You do have a single coming out soon through that?
Or the record is out already, I should say. Came out August 30th with Rocky Fresh. Rocky Fresh, the artist from Chicago. We got similar styles, I would say. So it's just like a perfect mesh. Champagne Wishes, Plan B 85, my engineer mixed and mastered it. Eisenberg illustration, Liam, he did the cover, mad fly, mad dope. And it's through Empire. The record's through Empire. So I'm excited about that one because we ended the year off. I mean, we ended the summer off like proper.
Amazing.
Yeah, like the perfect summer song, in my opinion.
I love that.
Perfect summer
did
song.
Empire make that collab happen, or did you guys?
This song like a year old.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been almost a year, but I got a problem with that as a creative. Like I just be keeping.
What you mean?
Like I be keeping records to myself too much.
Oof.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idea hoarder.
Mm-hmm.
I am a joke hoarder. I have like 7 scripts that should see the light, that need to see the light of day.
Yeah, I got to get better with that.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, not that I'm super into astrology, but what's your sign?
Pisces.
Okay, I don't know what
March
that means.
8th.
I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. I don't know why I asked, but I thought maybe we were the same sign and we were similar.
What sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Okay. Oh, it's Virgo season right now too.
People
you
hate
say
Virgos.
your birthday next month. Yeah.
It is Virgo season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, brutally honest. I feel like Virgos are like brutally honest. Yeah.
Brutally honest.
And don't really care how nobody feel about that shit.
I mean, that's where I'm a bad Virgo because I care a lot about people, probably sometimes too much, which might be part of the reason why I keep things to myself because I'm like low-key scared. It's like ovary up and let that shit go, huh?
Bright personalities too.
Yeah. We can be very disciplined, but we could also sometimes make life a little more complicated than it needs to be. And if you know, you know. I feel like that's a general human trait, though. Nonetheless.
Lately, especially too.
Lately?
Yeah, because I feel like with putting ourselves out there, I feel like before everything was kind of just like, it was kind of like just do it. I feel like lately with like how everyone is presenting themselves on social media, is subconsciously making us kind of second guess our art and like hoard stuff like we've been saying, when really it should just be like a flow state.
Yes.
Like kind of just get all that shit out.
And
like,
one of my former guests, shout out to Catherine G. Mendoza, she made a video about how like I think in this generation we hold on to things because we know people are going to react to it. However, the thing that we need to remember is that if we're putting stuff out on social, like, yeah, somebody might not like it, but guess what? We ain't going to see that they don't like it. You know, like we're not going to see their reaction in real time.
Yeah.
So who cares? You know what I mean?
That's important.
Anyway, nonetheless, we need each other. So I think that's part of it. It's a balance, you know? It's a balance. It really is a balance, a balancing act.
We was talking about like all these different hats you wear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when did you realize that you're good at like each one of these things? From like comedy to what you do now with the podcast, you know, the singing.
Well,
You've been hitting notes throughout this whole tenure of us, like, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
and it's like Broadway notes. Like it sounds like play, like a like a Broadway play, like
dude.
It comes from like
the thing,
like opera-esque.
I appreciate that. Dude, as far as singing has gone, like that's something that I've just always loved to do as a therapeutic thing for me. Like low-key when I was a kid, if you ever caught me singing, I would stop, you know?
Oh, yeah?
I'm like, this isn't for you. This makes me feel good. You know,
Gotcha.
like I appreciate the compliment, but this makes me feel good. And for me, I've always been a very anxious person, and you have to be relaxed to sing. Like you have to be relaxed.
Yeah.
And you have to be present.
Yeah.
The same thing with acting. The same thing with stand-up comedy. Like the same thing with performing, right? Calling them audibles. You can't call an audible if you're not present.
Audible. You should put like a thing, like just like audible, like just across the.
Audible. We'll figure it out. We'll do something with it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like literally one thing has always just led to the other for me. I have one song out that's an Alana J. I really just did it for myself. It was also during COVID. It's called WBM 21. It just stands for Want to Be More, and I recorded it in 2021.
Makes sense.
So that's what it was. And that was just something that I really did for me. But I do want to make music. I do.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Again, look, I'm too old to be a pop star. Okay. If I was a pop star as a kid, I'd probably be dead. If I'm being honest, like I didn't need to be famous to have all the issues that, you know, your Lindsay Lohans wound up having, okay? Yeah. So I kind of went backwards. I'm like reverse engineering being a rock star. But yeah, I just want to make sure when I leave this earth that I utilized every ounce of my gifts.
I love that, yeah.
You know, to hopefully motivate and inspire people to do the same. But really just to add value. Like wherever I can add value with any of my gifts, that's all I want to do right now. All I want to do is add value and build and come up with network across, you know? And right now, I mean, the acting thing was the main thing, but with the strikes and everything, I really haven't been getting many opportunities or even many shots at opportunities. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit around and wait for an opportunity. I'm going to create. I got to call it audible.
Yeah.
And I got to create something that is audible, like this podcast, but also
I like that.
Watchable. Yeah. So press play, subscribe, all that. I don't know why I had to be Latina for that, extra Latina for that. But I don't know if I answered your question.
No,
but
you did. Yeah.
I just want to be great, and I want to use everything that God gave me.
That's fine.
You know, and for me, I was just talking to one of my girlfriends the other day. I was like, honestly. And okay, I'm being a little nonlinear right now, but I recently was asked to do a comedy performance at a birthday party and like made the most money I've ever made in one night in comedy in my life.
Let's clap for that.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a shit ton, but like for a comic.
For your art, yeah.
They'd be like, "Who you calling, girl?" You know.
That's fire.
All I want to do is be able to eat and support myself
off your art and craft.
With my art, exactly. And hopefully help people heal in the process and make them laugh. You know, laughter is the best medicine. Okay, so doctora 100%. In the building. Okay, that's it. You know.
I love that. That's fire. That was a perfect answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a beautiful answer. For sure.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I told you that we end the show with two questions. So
okay.
We'll do those and
let's do that.
We'll get out of here.
Yeah, I got. Can I give you your gift before or after? Should I give it to you? No, I'll give it to you now.
Okay, let's do it now.
Yeah. So it might be a little oversized. It's an upper class.
I never got a gift. This is my first gift.
Yeah. You know, it comes in all that good packaging.
Oh, I'm upper class, baby.
Yes, sir.
Mira,
look at that.
Camera. Can you see it?
I told you we'll work with you. Look, now you upper class Lana.
Now I'm upper class Lana.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going by the Lady Lana when we met.
You was.
Now Alana J. And I actually was always Alana J. since school.
Oh,
because
yeah?
when I transferred into my school, there was an Alana Cruz.
Oh,
shout out. So I became Alana J. And that's just who I've always been.
That's fire.
I brought it back. I'm like, nobody's ever really called me Lana. I don't know, maybe, whatever. But that's fire. That's who I am.
I love
that's
that.
who I will always be. And thank you for making me upper class.
Of course, you know, fall about to come up and everything.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Hoodie season coming up, my favorite season. Okay, Twan. So I told you before, we got two final questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you were writing a memoir about your life, oh my God, wait, back it up, sidetrack. I remember a long time ago that I think you posted that you were gonna audition to play Tupac.
Nah.
Why are y'all laughing? Why is that so funny? Was that a joke? They're dying. This is not a post.
Nah, Alana, that was for Nas. It was for Nas. It wasn't
Oh,
Tupac.
that was for Nas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, it was for Nas.
Well, because
Was it-
they did make a Tupac biopic, didn't they?
No, they did. I don't know who did. A lot of my fault.
That's
I'm not
all right.
laughing at you. I swear, I promise I'm not.
But you're crying.
Tupac is, yeah.
He's laughing so hard he's crying.
It was for Nas. They was doing.
Did you audition though?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get it.
Well, obviously, because we would have talked
But
about it.
yeah, it was for Nas, and they was doing a series. I think it was the Roxanne Shante series, and it was just a small part that Nas was gonna be in because you know their story,
Uh-huh.
and how she like kind of helped them out and stuff. So it was like a small part. It wasn't like nothing like a biopic or nothing like crazy.
Okay.
It was like that role for like a actual like bigger role for something else.
Got you.
But I went to the
I'm
city.
an actor, so I had to ask because
Yeah. No,
because
I was just laughing
remember you
because
posting something.
the Tupac thing just, I don't know, that was funny. It
This was a
funny.
long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
This was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Tupac did have a biopic.
He did.
So I'm not,
No, you're not crazy. You're not crazy.
All
You're
right.
not crazy.
and I never saw
It just
this
caught me off guard.
this Nas thing.
Yeah,
so.
it just caught me off guard. So now I had the script and everything.
Mhm.
Like, had my lines memorized. I did pretty good, too. I think I did pretty good. I
Yeah.
don't know why I ain't get it. That's when
Well,
I ain't have, like, no facial hair. Like,
He's still laughing.
Yeah.
They probably already had who they were going to cast because that's how this business works. Like
Okay.
sometimes you go into audition for things that are all you have absolutely no shot at.
So
Just-
what's the point of it?
What's the point of what? The audition?
Yeah.
It's a formality. They have to do it.
Oh, okay.
They have to do it. It
Got you.
happens all the time.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the time. But all right, well, I fucked up. I thought he auditioned for Tupac.
That was funny as shit. That got me. That was the funniest shit
glad
I
you
heard.
thought
That was
so.
the funniest shit I heard in a long ass time.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad. I'm glad my lapse in memory was the fucking closing joke
Yeah.
of this episode. So now, for real,
Oh,
to get the
shit.
fuck out of here,
Okay.
if your life was a memoir,
Mm-hmm.
see, the word memoir made me think of biopic, which made me think of you auditioning for Tupac, not Nas.
Yeah.
If your life was a memoir, you were writing your book about, if you were writing your memoir right now, what would you
Yeah.
name this chapter of your life?
Oh shit.
Tupac.
Probably.
You'd name it Tupac.
Probably. Stay golden.
Ooh.
Yeah. I would just bring that back because I just felt like I got it tattooed on my wrist
Mm-hmm.
because that was just like the birth of like me and everything going forward. Like I would just kind of turn that moment into a memoir, to be honest. Like, cause it just reminds me every day I wake up to just like, yo, stay true to yourself. Don't pivot for nobody, and just keep believing in what got you this far. Like, it's a process. Shit take time. It's a journey, but just stay golden throughout it all. Like, no matter what, like just stay golden throughout it all, and
Stay
watch how it
golden.
all works out.
Love
Yeah.
it. And I love gold.
Yeah.
I love gold. Okay. Shout out to Austin Powers. Last question. Oh yeah. The name of the show is Act Up. We acting up. Repurposed it
Yeah.
to make it something positive, taking action to ascend, act up. How can people act up today?
Get the right team behind you. That's one. I really think that plays a big factor. Keep showing up. Consistency is always going to outbeat talent, and never hesitate to invest in what you truly believe in. I say those three things.
Yum.
Big
Delicious.
facts. Yeah, and all three of those things I practice what I preach. Cause like we spoke about earlier, G wasn't here, Leon wasn't here. I won't have a lot of the content I got right now, or just won't be able to build the brand how I see it going. there's sometimes I'm kind of a little hesitant when it comes to the investing. Like, damn, shit, because I got two things. I got music and clothes. So it's like, do
Right.
I do this one this time? Do I do this one? But I just try to go with my heart, follow my heart. Like, this feels right now. And then I'll put this off and probably till like the next month or two, and then that feels right at this time. But just can't second guess myself at all. So I say, you just try to follow those, in my opinion, and that's the way you can act up. And then from there, just and just whatever you believe in. I'm not here to, but whatever you believe in, you pray to that, and just meet your God halfway. You know what I mean? Because you can pray all day, and then you don't do no work. It's like people expect shit to probably just fall in their lap. But you got to meet your God halfway, or meet whatever you believe in halfway. And then, you know what I mean? Watch how shit just start pouring in. And I'm a firm believer in that. Because shit got real for me at one point. And I was praying my ass off. And then I still do the work, kept showing up. And then shit just started
That's the piece
falling together for me.
That's the piece I think a lot of people miss.
Yeah.
It's like faith without works is dead.
Mm-hmm.
You can pray, but you, like you said, halfway. You got to do your part.
And
you
no
gotta
matter how talented you are, that was the second thing I said, is that consistency. Like, you gonna always win if you're consistent. It don't matter. Like, I feel like I'm fire at everything I do, whether it's clothes, music, or whatever. But part of it is somebody else could be better than me. Like, cool. But if they're not showing up how I'm showing up, nobody really gives a fuck. If they want to just drop something every quarter and I'm dropping every month, nobody gives a fuck about that person dropping every quarter. Because there's so much shit we consuming.
It's too
It's
much,
like, you
honestly.
gotta keep showing up.
It's literally too much.
Yeah.
But that's another story.
But just keep showing up.
Brains are on overload.
Keep showing up.
Which is why we thought Tupac was Nas.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Still wiping tears.
That was good, though.
Still wiping tears. All right, let the people know where they can follow you or where they can find you.
Yeah. Everything Upper Class Twan. TikTok, Instagram, IG, TwonDon on Spotify, Apple Music, every streaming platform. upperclassintl.com. That's the website for the clothing. And then, if you just Google TwonDon or whatever the case may be, I'm sure like a plethora of links will pop up. And those are the ones that really matter. Those are the ones that really matter. Social media, the website, and just, streaming. Everything TwonDon.
Run those numbers up. Get your merch.
Please do.
Get your upper class merch.
We got fall and winter 24 coming soon too for the clothing. Yeah.
Stay tuned. You have a thing on your site where people can subscribe.
Yeah, they can sign up. They'll get first dibs. So if you go to upperclassintl.com, like for international, you could just enter your email there or your number, whatever the case may be. And we do something where we go through like everybody that signed up, and we do like random selection for like friends and family here and there. Well, we see like a bunch of new emails because let's say we don't know who everybody is. It's like, all right, we're throwing like 5 people into friends and family, and they get early access like a week before some actually drops. Just give them early access.
Nice.
Yeah. So
get your early access. Get your discounts.
Join the cult.
Join the upper class cult. You already know where you can find me at AlanaJ.tv.
Yes, sir.
Act Up with AJ on the social medias. And that was another episode, y'all. Make sure to subscribe, follow, like, share, comment, tell a friend. Mwah. That's all. Love you. Mean it. Bye.